how is the presidential election going to affect the stock market? I'm sure you're thinking that. And not only that, you're also thinking, where should you invest your money? If Trump gets elected, is the market going to boom again? If Kamala gets elected, is it going to tank? Don't worry, I'll be answering your questions in today's video. I'm going to be telling you guys some stocks that I'm watching very closely depending on who's winning the presidency. But first, we're also going to talk about the economy and if each party wins, where is it more than likely going to go? Let me rephrase with this. First of all, no matter who the president is or who is in charge of the country, over the long term, you should not base your investments only on that because we always go up. Historically, the stock market has always returned a negative past yield over 4 years, right? So that means do not just stop investing because the guy or the woman you did not vote for did not win. Let me start with that. But now there is going to be some key differences between Trump presidency and a Kamala presidency on how they're going to be running the economy. One of the biggest ones is tariffs, right? You've heard Trump talk about tariffs. And are the tariffs good or are tariffs bad? A lot of people talked about it. How's it going to impact certain sectors in American economy? Well, let me tell you this. Tariffs is a blanket. Tariffing everything is a bad move. That's what Trump talks about sometimes, but I know in practicality, he does not mean this. He does not mean in practicality to tariff anything. Why? Because what do tariffs do? They hurt an import, for example, from China or anywhere in the world, depending where you put your tariff, that we cannot import it anymore. But hey, sometimes maybe we don't want to build things in our country. So if you cannot import it, this means you have to build it in your country. But there's some items that American, you really don't want to you'd rather import it and build it within your own. But there are some sectors that tariffs will be very, very beneficial. Let me tell you this. When was the last time, if you're from Europe or you travel to Europe or really anywhere in the world, you saw a Ford or a GM in another part of the world? Well, never. You know why? Because, for example, Japan, taxes, Ford and GM, tariffs, not taxes, 100%. It means it costs twice as much a Ford in Tokyo going in 3 weeks, can't fucking wait, than it does in America. So they have tariffs against us. That's why you don't see our cars overseas. But guess what? We see a lot of Japanese cars and European cars within our country. Do you think Mercedes will be able to sell if they were on 100% tariff? No. So you tariff those sectors to start building more American made in America and start selling more American made in America. But not only that, you would also help with creating Ford and GM's more market shares outside of our country. It means in Japan, Europe, you'll start seeing more of those American-made pickup trucks, right? And not only that, but now we'll take a look real quick on where is that important. If that passes, we'll be looking at tickers like Ford. Letter F, and it's not at a bad spot. I'm gonna bring in the charts. I'm gonna be, hold on. There is the charts, and in this video, I'm gonna be back and forth with some charts, with some ideas, with different things to look at, with economy, and in combining this with technical analysis. And of course, this is going to be if Trump wins, if he passes a tariff bill, Ford might be one of the few that could be really interesting to look at. As you can see, from 2020, it had a massive run-up, but like a lot of stocks started selling off. But guess what? We're at a quite interesting spot. If we look at the very bottom of 2020, all the way to the top, we've retraced more than half the move, about 70% of the move. This gives us a pretty good risk to reward with the lows, right? So I think Ford anywhere under $10 is going to be a decent buy. It's currently sitting at a level of support that's been bouncing on. You can see here, this is also the downtrend channel that it was created during COVID and then shot back up, but it is sitting on a level of support. So I think under 10 all the way up to around 9 and 850 should be a decent buy, where you could have a stop loss of around 820, 830. And if it doesn't go your way, it could still play out. Now under 8, I probably would not want to see this. But again, if tariffs keep in for cars, you will see Ford, you will see GM, you will see a lot of these American-made company cars do really well. And Ford will probably be the one ticker that we'll prefer over the most. As you can see, if we go all the way back, you see this has been an area of interest all the way back in the 80s. This previous kind of all-time highs were from the 80s, which is kind of funny. But Ford will be one that I'll be looking at when we talk about tariffs. And Trump said himself, tariff is his favorite word as of lately. But it's not the only one that Trump really likes. Drill, baby, drill, as Trump will say. Oil. Oil will be a sector that will be revitalized in the American ecosystem. Oil is again very similar to F, sitting in a strong level of support. Oil is somewhere that you want to be buying some. Now, me preferably, I will not be investing in this U.S. oil. This is just the crude oil price of the barrels. Where I will be putting some money, where I would like to put some money into some of the better companies. You see ExxonMobil, right? You saw the price of crude oil, but ExxonMobil sitting at all-time highs. It's in a little bit of a downfall, but if we can pick it up under this 107 mark, it looks like a pretty good deal to me. Now, this is the one that's sitting at all-time highs, so this dollar cost averaging into it slowly. If Trump win, could be one of those that keep on running, guys. ExxonMobil will probably be my number one pick when it comes down to trading oil. Now, on the opposite end, we have Kamala Harris. Is she really for oil? No. Ask yourself, what has the Biden presidency done in the last 4 years? It's not really done much. They've been more against oil and more towards solar energy. That's why I would like to look into, if Kamala were to win, a company called FSLR, First Solar. And this is a company that killed it in the 2008-2009 bubble. But they were a little bit ahead of their time, and they sold off, and they sat in a bear market for a long, long time, and now they're showing some really good strength again. And very similar, I like this stock under, if you can pick it up, between 175 all the way to 150, seems to me a pretty good cost basis. This company bases themselves around solar panels, right? They build solar, focus on green energy, and where's the Harris administration going? They want to go away from oil and focus on the green energy. But that brings us to an interesting one. We all seen Tesla, right? We all talked about, hey, Tesla, one of the best days ever had, 20% up due to a really positive earnings. But this will be one that I would not put in the Kamala Harris win category, but rather in the Trump category. Guys, what is politics? Politics is all about who you know. Trump and Elon Musk, founder of Tesla, showing his alliance to be with Trump. So I think if Trump were to elect president, he passed laws, he passed regulation to really help out Tesla more than any other one when it comes down to EVs, right? And if we look at it on a technical standpoint, we see this weekly inverted head and shoulder pattern. I would not be buying here right off the bat, but if we can get a weekly close right above that $270 mark, I do think this one could be explosive and aim for an all-time high. It's one of the few magnificent 7 that's now made a new all-time high. So there is opportunity here. There is a good opportunity if we can catch this inverted head and shoulder setup. It's at 55% to the upside. Again, I think Elon Musk has made himself some enemies with Kamala Harris by being so pro-Trump, supporting himself. So I will be careful if she were to win. But if Trump wins, this could be one that could be really, really explosive. And we all know how volatile it can be, how volatile stocks or Tesla can be at times. Now, an interesting topic to talk about would be Kamala Harris and Trump, because of taxes. What do we really want to do? Kamala wants to raise a little bit corporate taxes, right? They're saying, hey, we need more money to pay off some of this debt at on the national level. We have a ton of debt in America. We need more money to pay it off. But the issue is, that's why I kind of prefer Trump's take, is you lower the taxes and you lower spending. Because some of the spending, guys, the government is very, very inefficient. The government is not good at spending money. They overspend. And it's why we need somebody to come in and be like, hey, all this, trust me, I was in the military. When I was in the military, we saw I saw a ton of waste in the military. And those are government funded are always wasting a ton of money because nobody cares. There's no net P&L, it's not a company, nobody's getting fired, nobody cares. They just care if the job gets done. At some point, it'll get done, and that's all they really care about. So do keep that in mind. Now, corporations will always find ways to lower the taxes. Now, but Trump has mentioned that he has some ideas on lowering some certain U.S. made or U.S. Manufacturing company taxes, even lower, all the way down to 15% from currently 29%. One of those would be U.S. steel, which could be pretty interesting. I don't even know what the ticker is, I'll be honest with you guys, but this is steel industry in general, could be an interesting one. Again, it's not an industry I'm very familiar with at all, but it'd be something, a sector that you could keep an eye on. But always remember this, guys, at the end of the day, I'll make myself big again. I give you guys some potential tickers to look at. And it's not just only about the ticker, but it's also focusing on the whole sector. If I say, hey, Kamala Harris is going to be pushing green energy, you look at the green energy sector. If you say, hey, Trump is going to be pushing against the Chinese companies, going to bring in Chinese tariffs, you want to stay against names like JD, names like Alibaba, right? We saw the CHIP Act, how strong that was for chip company manufacturers in the US, things like AMD, NVIDIA, reaching all-time highs. So those are all names, those are all narratives you're going to want to keep an eye on. And a bonus one for Trump is talked really positive about crypto. We saw crypto breaking out $72,000 today as we're recording of this video, which was 10/29/2024. So that could be very bullish for the crypto side if we see Trump, a victory from Trump. Where Kamala side might be a little bit more. But regardless, guys, these are just some ideas. It doesn't matter who you're waiting for. At the end of the day, you always want to stick to your long-term investing. And my last point is Russell 2000 is one to keep an eye on. It's been lagging compared to the Nasdaq and S&P 500. And under Trump, it did extremely well, better than most other presidencies. So it will be another one I'll be looking at. Just mid to lower cap stocks could be back in play. And hey, guys, the presidency is on the corner. I have no horse in the race. All I care about is, guys, feelings out of here. Worry about making money. When you come to my channel, we worry about making money. We don't care about feelings. We don't really care about anything else. We're objective. We try to control. We can control. You go out there, you vote. The guy that or woman that you don't vote, that you voted for doesn't win. It's okay. All right? You'll live. You'll be fine. Just do the best you can, day in and out, with yourself, and the world around you will be good. Go to the gym. Trade well. Take care of your family. Take care of your hang out. Have fun. Generally, we can only control what we control. Right? I'm gonna have my popcorn, sitting back. November 5th is around the corner. A little 7 days. It feels crazy. It feels like yesterday when I was Biden and Trump, and I saw the day that Biden won, the market gapped up like $15, and then quickly sold off everything. So expect volatility, expect a lot of fun, and always do research, guys. Always do research. I give you guys some ideas, some of what I think. Hope you appreciate this video. If you feel more video about long-term investing, you know I'm well known for long-term investing. I have some videos that you can go back and watch when we time the bottom of the market, when we time the bottom of Bitcoin, at exactly $16,500. So see you guys, catch you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.